2017 Maserati Granturismo MC has to do with the transmission, the paddle shifters, drive, and manual, which I just realized. You have, as noted here, drive, and then you can kick this over, and then you're in manual. You got up and down. This can be controlled by the paddle shifters here and here. Well, when you're in the drive mode, and maybe I just haven't played around with this car long enough to understand how to drive this thing, but realized something very cool. So my last vehicle was a Porsche, and it had the paddle shifter here on the front part of the steering wheel, which is pretty cool, but you had to put it in manual to be able to shift up or down. They were on either side, kind of like these, except these are back here, and they're a lot easier to use. These are carbon fiber. The other ones, the Porsche, were not. So I'm driving, and this is in sport mode. So it's in sport mode. It kind of sticks in a high gear. It only goes up to gear 4, at least that I can tell. And so right now we're cruising around. RPMs are like at lower 2100. But kick it into 5th, and you can put it into 5th manually. And I'm like, what? So on the fly, you can then I can go from 5th and even up to 6th. And you can even downshift 5, 4, 3, 2. Or, watch this, if you go slow enough, it will automatically kick back down, especially if you come to a stop. Let's see if they'll do it. Now it kicks to drive. So now you're in drive, and I'm driving. That's cool. Automatically is in automatic mode, but if I want to shift up, I can shift it up like that. So I can keep my RPMs where I want it, but then the computer will automatically, based on the rest of your driving habits, if you start to slow down, like in this example, I forced it to 3, but the automatic transmission dropped it down to 2. And then it just goes back into the default drive mode. So if you have a Maserati Granturismo MC, not sure if it does it on the regular sport or base model, whatever it is, but the MC, which is like the creme de la creme option, this is a pretty cool feature because in sport mode, the suspension is adjusted, it's a little stiffer, the transmission is very different, and then the exhaust is open. Like in the Porsche though, you could hit a button and it would just keep the exhaust open all the time, whereas in this vehicle, it will automatically revert. It'll start with the flaps open for the exhaust, but then after a couple seconds, and then goes back into closed flaps, and then you have to hit the button right there, sport, and then it will open it up. And the car just breathes better. It sounds ridiculous in a good way, but this is just cool. So you can keep it pretty much in sport mode all the time after you get going, and then you can adjust. So if you're on the highway and you'd like to hear the engine because it just is addicting, you can kick it all the way up into gear 7 and or 6, and it will stay in gear 6, but be in drive and be in sport mode. If you're pulling, so like the driveway here is like, this is like a 20 degree, almost like a 10 to 15 degree turn to get up my driveway. And I have to use, you can barely see them right there, these little curb ramps, because the vehicle has lowering springs and is only 3 inches off the ground. So even to get up that little bitty lip, just that little bitty lip there, I had to put those in. But then also I have to hit the driveway at an extreme angle. It's like a 15% radius, like cranking it. I have to pretty much lock it into making that left to get in there. And then I can only leave the driveway when I'm backing out, and then I have to cut it just like I came in. Little things like that, I can get past that to be able to drive arguably one of the nicest sounding cars, because it does have a Ferrari engine in it. It just sounds ridiculous. It's like Ferris Bueller.
I must be honest here. I love driving it. It is so choice. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
Hope that helps. We'll talk to you soon.